What's up, people of YouTube? Welcome to this year's rendition of Endless Summer Cruisin' in Ocean City, Maryland. I always enjoy documenting my adventures down in Ocean City, Maryland for their cruisin' events. We had Spring Cruisin' Week this past May, and we have Endless Summer Cruisin' this fall, as they do every year. So here we are, fall of 2025. This year, I am taking what is right now arguably my least reliable vehicle, my 1964 AMC Rambler. It burns oil, it leaks fuel, it doesn't have a working fuel gauge, doesn't have a working temperature gauge, doesn't have air conditioning, doesn't have heat, doesn't have a working blower motor. Transmission feels a little goofy sometimes, but it's usually fine. The door seals leak, so it will leak in water if it rains. The radio doesn't work. My brake lights are iffy, but I think I got them fixed this time. My speedometer isn't accurate. I think that's about everything. Car's in decent shape, it just is a good local around town project commuter. It's not built for these 150-mile drives that I'm about to take it on. So, with about 60% confidence that it's going to make it there and back, I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to send it. We're going to see what happens. I'll make sure to show you guys our adventure here. It should be a fun one. I'm looking forward to a good time. A lot of friends down there and a lot of good car spotting. This video is going to be more of the adventure down there and everything, and then a good bit of prep work of what I put into it. A little bit of car spotting, and I'll do more of a day-to-day vlog probably tomorrow. As I sit here rambling in my Rambler, I'm realizing that I've done more than enough of an introduction, so I'm going to go ahead, cut myself off here, and I'm going to show you what all I've been doing the past week, because it's not like this thing was just ready to go as of today, and I decided I'm going to be good to go. I had to put a little bit of work into this thing to actually get it ready to go. So, go ahead and enjoy that here. Happy Monday! I got things wrapped up at work early, so I headed home, and I was thinking, alright, cool. Take a little bit of a day early, go home, edit some, so I can get out some videos for you guys to watch. Working on the Drag Week series right now. And then I get a text from Tyler that the Rambler's tire is flat. So fortunately, his place of work, which is where I have it sitting out for sale right now, is on the way home. I passed right by it. So I'm going to swing in real quick and I'm going to show you what's up. Hopefully it's nothing too big, but if I have to deal with a flat tire on that kind of sucks. I was thinking of taking it to Ocean City. That's kind of a hindrance of my plan there. Got a bit of that gangsta lean going on. I'd definitely say it's flat.
Yeah.
That's not 33 PSI, I can tell you that at least. I'm not a mechanic, but that sucks. I don't know if it's a valve stem or...
That's a weird valve stem.
It's got a bit chewed out of it though, like right here from the wheel.
That's a normal size valve stem, just longer.
That's it. It's completely rotted in the bottom.
Oh, okay.
You can, yeah. Well, it's definitely gonna need to get replaced because I'll just peel it up. You might as well. I mean, that's definitely it. But, I mean, I was here the other night and it was fine. And it was fine yesterday when I drove by. And then today, just sometime overnight, it just finally gave out and went flat. And you can see there's obviously no air in there, which sucks. Because when I changed these tires, I didn't get valve stems. And I said, I'll be fine. What do I need valve stems for? And, well, yeah, here we are. I'll see if I can get valve stems in by Friday, in and installed by Friday. So, we'll see what we can do. The spare on here is like stupid dry rotted and stupid warped, and home isn't too far, so we'll see if it'll at least get me. I don't know, I gotta devise a plan for this. Monday, I'm in the Lexus now. I got the jack and the jack stands loaded up into the back, and we have a plan of attack. There's a shop right down the road from where Tyler works that has the tire machine, so I'm very fortunate to have fantastic friends. Thank you very much, Tyler. He's going to take the tires off, run them up to the tire shop. I'm going to pick up valve stems from AutoZone as I'm going to get an exhaust for the Lexus. So these videos are all going to kind of intertwine here. But basically, I'm going to pick up valve seals tonight, run down, go pick up the exhaust, drop off valve seals, jack and jack stands, so that tomorrow morning when he's at work, he can jack it up, take off the tires, run them over to the shop. They can work on it, and yada, yada, yada. It'll all be said and done and good to go by the time I get it back. So thank you, Tyler.
Look at that. Progress.
Nighttime update, very late now, but I've dropped all of this off at Tyler's place of work. He's going to help me out. He's going to get those valve stems on tomorrow, and hopefully that's one more step towards getting it to Ocean City. Tuesday. Unfortunately, the tire has not reinflated itself, so I'm going to go ahead and take that off real quick. That's not inflated. So once again, here's the actual tire. And here's the valve stem that I said was good when I replaced them. And clearly isn't. Here they shall sit until the new valve stems come in. Not sure when they're getting done yet, but we'll go ahead and figure that out. I'm sorry, Mr. Rambler. We'll get you sorted soon. Morning. It's Thursday now. Still on my phone. No progress on the tires since Tuesday. I worked last night, so when I came home from work yesterday, I went straight to bed. Then I woke up at 10:45, went to work at 11, and then I got home at 7:30 this morning, and I have been sleeping since, so I'm still kind of out of it. That's not the point. The point is, I'm going to go ahead and get the tires. Tyler's already down at Cruisin week. Tyler knows a guy nearby his shop that can go and take care of it, so I'm going to run the tires and valve stems over to him and hopefully get those knocked out. 319,214 miles in the daily now. Let's pretend all those lights aren't on. So just to talk to you a little bit while I'm going to grab the tires. I can't remember if I said it before or not. If I did, I did. If I didn't, I didn't. But the plan was to have Tyler, while he's at work, take off the tires and run them somewhere to get them done. That guy wasn't able to do them, and work got busy for Tyler. No fault to either of those guys. So my plan is to go in to get them now. It's Thursday. I'm going to go ahead, get the tires all fixed up. I have a couple more parts I'm going to try to slap on the Rambler. I'll record that if I end up doing it. I still don't know what car I'm taking to Cruisin week, if I'm taking that or if I'm taking the Galaxy, or if I might just take the Lexus instead. I don't know. I leave tomorrow. Got a lot of figuring out to do tomorrow and a lot of work to do on any of the cars if I take them. So I'll keep you updated on the progress that I have here. Yeah, I mean, no fault to anybody else except for me for my own laziness and neglect to actually get things done on time. That's on me. So gonna make the most of today and tomorrow where I can. See what happens. There they are. Also doesn't help that it rained all day yesterday, and I don't know if it's gonna rain this weekend because I can't drive the car if it does. The Rambler, that is, at least. One. Dos. Don't mind all the mud. Took her off-roading a little bit, you know what I'm saying? No, I'm saying pretty sick, right? Pretty cool. That makes me cool, right, guys? Right? I'm like, I go off-road, I'm cool. Sorry, don't mind me, just looking for validation, but aren't we all? Anyways. No! Tires are dropped off, so I'm gonna go ahead, take the Lexus, get it cleaned up a little bit because it's dirty, as I said, and get some fuel for this bad boy. Oh, my wallet! 16.7 miles per gallon is my last fill up. Nice. I've got a membership at the car wash not too far down the road, but they don't have power washers, and I want to get all this crap under here. So I'm going to do it by hand, and then I'll take it through, and then I'll get an automated car wash. A little double whammy, actually, you feel me? Well, it's not spotless by any stretch of the imagination, but all the thick mud is off. The frame's pretty clean, at least as clean as it's going to get. So I'll take it. Well, golly, ain't she pretty? Nice tag, dude. It's 3 o'clock p.m. I dropped off the tires at 10:30, and they told me it would be about an hour, and then I never got a call, so I'm just gonna pop in and see if they're done. Well, look at that. I guess I could have just come by earlier. Back to the Rambler. Aren't they pretty? Look at that. Brand new valve stems, brand new tires, and 60-year-old wheels. Let's get those back on. Fronts are on and looking good. Wash, rinse, repeat for the rear. Back valve stems honestly don't look too bad, but I know my luck, if I only replace one, the other ones are gonna give me problems. Actually, that one's got a pretty good bite in it. Yeah, I'm not gonna regret replacing all 4. And we're off with the last 2 tires. We are done. We're back with the new valve stems. Let's go ahead and throw those on. Rear tires are on. Like I said, there's some work that I want to do to this. Here's the real question. Will it start up and take me home? My guess is it'll start up, but the battery's going to be flat. It's cranking real slow. Let's see if there's any fuel in the carb. I saved fuel in there because it was dry last time, and the choke is definitely working because that's closed. So I'll try it again. Look at that, right before it's about to sputter out. It's stalled. I'm putting jumper cables on it. Try it again with some power behind it. Look at that. Shoo, buddy. Listen to that purr. Thank you, jump back. All right, I'm gonna get headed home. Not too far of a drive, but definitely gonna be enough to make it a good test drive. Tires are all holding air, engine is running, and my phone is at 8%, so if it dies, I have no way to record or call anybody, so let's hope this goes smoothly. It's driving all right. Made it home, gonna shut it off and plug my phone in because we are at 1%. Alrighty, you can see the haul that I've got here. A few gaskets, a few hoses, a bunch of belts, radiator cap, thermostat, some bulbs. My high beam here has somehow completely shattered up here and down here. I don't know how that happened, but I got a high beam to replace it, and then another one as a backup for this one as well, just in case. I was shipped the wrong size low beam, so I'll pick one up if I need it. Radiator cap, this one feels fine, but I want to drain and fill it, which means I'm going to replace the hose as well because I like to do that whenever I do any kind of drain and fill. I'll take a look at the thermostat down there too. Doesn't seem to be leaking, but if it looks like it could use replacement, or if it's good enough to actually pop out, I'll go ahead and do that. Very interesting setup that they have here. The water pump is actually only this little bolt-on plate right here. So the water pump's really only about that thick and that wide. I looked it up. It's a really interesting thing. This whole housing isn't actually part of it. I have a new hose for top and bottom, so I'll do that. Hose is here. This one's really loose. It's a miracle that my alternator's still holding on. It's really starting to stretch real bad, so I wanted to get new ones there as well. I'm fighting daylight now at this point. It's almost 6 p.m. and then I'm going to be up for work tomorrow, so I might finish up then, whatever I don't. Tomorrow's Friday, which is when I'm going to be leaving, so let's see what we can knock out. I've mentioned it before, but I'll say it again too. I'm still not 100% sure if I'm even taking this vehicle down here. I have the Galaxy and I have the Lexus, which I can also take. Probably thinking, why would you put so much work into this if you're just trying to not take it down there? The answer is, I do want to take it down there. Not 100% confident that I'll make it, which kind of leads into the same question of, once again, why? And that's just because I want to sell it. I'm still trying to get some eyes on it. Don't have it on Marketplace right now, but I'm trying to have it gone before the end of the month. A, the money wouldn't hurt me to have. B, trading would give me something else cool to get into, maybe some more content for YouTube. But C, my registration expires at the end of this month, which is in about 20 days, and registration rates have gone up, and I would rather not pay that if I don't have to. Now, don't get me started on my registration cost rant, because I'm trying to keep this video under 3 hours, but yeah, let's get started on the work. Start with the headlight. Low beams are on the outside here, high beams on the inside here. I'm super curious as to what got this, because I saw this cracking up front, but check out how cracked it is in the back. If I tap that hard enough, I think that'll probably break. Break more, that is. Dang. It's a good hit. Ta-da! This whole bracket is old and completely shattered off of here, which is why they're probably so misaligned. Looks pretty in there to me. Let's go test them. We'll take it. I really don't like how that just sits there. I'm gonna try to find something to rig it into place. So it's no professional fix, and I don't have the time nor the money to buy the bracket right now, so I got a little resourceful. Into the back of this bracket, I ran this 1/4-20 screw, and up top I got a little crafty, and I threw in some copper wire, which just holds that in right there. So it's probably the best aligned in the worst way possible of all 4 headlights, but it'll do. I'll slap the cover back on, and clearly it is getting dark out. All is good. I'm gonna go ahead and throw the other bulb in the back seat, and then we'll call this good. Sun's really starting to go down now, so I'm gonna get on the belts next. I have my power steering belt that goes down to the actual crank pulley down there, and then the crank pulley that goes up to the fan and up to the alternator here, which, like I showed you, is extremely loose. Always harder one-handed. Take all the tension off that belt. That should be plenty of slack. Oh, look at that. Wonderful. Now I gotta take off the back belt so that I can actually get this one out because this one sits on top of that one. There are 3 nuts that go on the studs here to hold on the power steering pump, and then once it's off, it'll slide back and forth on this little bracket, like so. So if I go ahead and slide it back like I had it a second ago, I can slip that belt clean off of here and then pull them both out and over the fan. Now these belts are far from how bad the Galaxies were, but they were getting there. You can see all those cracks shown in the grooves there. I don't like that. We're gonna get rid of it. Smaller belt wasn't as bad, but I still don't want it. Fan / water pump spins pretty freely, about what I'd expect. I like to see that. I'm happy with it. Alternator pulley feels good too. Power steering pump, I didn't expect that to have a smooth flow to it, but it moves, so I'm happy with it. Belts, according to looking at the old ones here, I need a 7541, which I have. And this one's a Dayco, so I'm not really sure what it is, because these ones are Gates, but I'll set aside, I'll figure it out. Belt's stretched on, obviously not tightened down yet. I did disconnect my positive terminal on the battery as well, because when I was tightening things down, it did touch this right here, and then it touched this right here, and it made a bunch of sparks, and it was really scary. I also have no idea why I'm recording on my phone right now. I have much nicer cameras, and I just kind of started on recording on my phone, and I guess I never stopped, so sorry about that. One of these days, I'll have a nice garage to work in. Today's not that day. Got the Lexus back, which meant I had to take a brief intermission, and now here we are in the dark. Moving on by the light of flashlight. I'm going to adjust tension and get these belts nice and tight. I did end up throwing on the smaller 44 3/8 belt versus the 45 3/8 belt. This seems to be just fine for the power steering. Belts are on and they feel pretty snug. Let's go ahead and give this a run test. Now let's see what we got. Oh, that's why that sounds like garbage. It's not on the pulley. I'm going to fix that. Yeah, I'm no mechanic, clearly, but that'll do it. Let me fix that real quick. Take 2. Isn't it crazy how when you install the belt correctly, it doesn't sound and run like total? That's better. Sounds good, looks good. Gonna work on the cooling system next so I'll kill the engine. Skeeter up on the ramps. Shoot, buddy. Typically, I'd use this as a prime time to change the oil, but it's been changed about 20 miles ago, so I don't see a point in doing it again. Cooling system, is there pressure? Oh, not much, cool. And coolant level looks pretty good too, but it's nasty, so we're gonna drain that all out. Truthfully, I don't even wanna know the petcock looks like on this thing, so I'm just gonna go ahead and just take off the bottom hose to drain it. I really have to worry how good of a quality hose and clamp this was, because all that I've done is loosen the clamp, and it is already spewing coolant. So, sick. Makes it a little bit easier on me. Hopefully it'll pull right off. Oh, that is getting it. Alright, well that's not going in the bucket. I tried. There's a lot in the bucket, actually. There's also a lot not in the bucket. Also, my hand is covered in coolant. Well, it wasn't hot, so there's that. So this thing putes coolant everywhere. That's cool. It's full of rust on the inside, which I mean I expected it to be. And it's full of rust on the outside, too, which I also expected it to be. A proper coolant flush wouldn't hurt this thing at all, but I don't have the time for that. So, drain and fill it is. You can also see rust deposits and all kinds of crap up there. So, rub my finger down there a little bit. Yeah, look at all that crap. Not ideal. Take off the top hose now as well. Upper hose is off. You can see right here to here. I'm not going to worry about the thermostat. I'll change that later. It seems to hold a good temperature as is right now, and I don't want to go ahead and mess with anything that seems to be working just fine. So we'll hold on to the new one just in case, and for now, I'll just wait to change it until I get back home. For all the rough ends here or anything that's dirty, I'm just going to go ahead, wipe it down with some towels, clean it on up, get some of the rust out down there, and then get the hoses fitted on. So that top coolant hose actually doesn't fit at all on this thermostat housing. That's like a good half-inch, quarter-inch difference in there, so it just slides on and off, so I can't use that. And I haven't even tested the bottom one yet. I'll report back in a second. I'm covered in coolant, but I went ahead and got the top one on. That one went on nice and easy. And then the bottom one also totally went on nice and easy. I was able to use the new one, so that's pretty cool, but it definitely didn't give me any struggles at all. Nothing, I swear. It was nice and simple, and there were no problems. I had to cut a good 4 inches off that small end up there, but the flared end fit up here just fine. I threw on the old clamps and I'm using those. They feel nice and tight. My light won't stop flashing at me because it does that whenever the battery's low. And it does that for about an hour before the battery dies, so terrible system, DeWalt. I'm going to go get my coolant funnel so that I can burp this system properly and fill it with some fresh coolant. It's 9 o'clock now and my night won't seem to end. I'm running to Colby's house because I think my coolant funnel's there and I want to grab that, and I have something I need to get anyways that I was going to get tomorrow, but I might as well just get that now if I'm going. It's going to be about 10 o'clock before I get back home, which sucks because I have work tomorrow, which is the sole reason that I'm not in Ocean City with everyone else. So I'm really hoping that this coolant funnel is over there or else I will not be in a good mood. Let's find out. Well, thank goodness that was a successful run. Otherwise, that would have been a complete waste of time. The coolant funnel was, in fact, there. So I will go home and get on hooking that on up to the old Rambler and filling it up with coolant. Alrighty, we got the coolant funnel in. It's fit with the actual adapter that fits on. Let's go ahead and fill this up with coolant and then run the engine. Well, that's 2 gallons of coolant in the system right there, and that's what's left of the second gallon. Doesn't look like it's leaking anywhere at any of the clamps, but I wouldn't expect it to without pressure. Let's go ahead and run it up to temperature and then see what it does. Now my temperature gauge right there doesn't exactly 100% work. I'll show you what it does. You can see right now it's below the C. When it gets up to operating temperature, it gets up to about the bottom of that white line right there, if not a little bit past it. So I do the hope for the best method. It's where I hope for the best, and we'll see what happens. This water pump is definitely cycling some air out of the cooling system. That's what I like to see. Got a cap on there just so it's not splashing everywhere. I can't do the old school heat test either because my heater core has jumped out. So I'll try to burp this line here. See my heater core inlet and outlet's right there. And then I just have this little jump copper piece right there. That's how it was when I bought it. A little awkward too. I'm trying to burp the lines as well, but it's hard to squeeze them because that gap right there between the blades on the alternator are not very far from that cooling line. Obviously, don't want to go bleeding everywhere when I hit them with my hands, so I'm trying not to as best as I can. 10:06 right now. My neighbors clearly love me. Got no more bubbles coming up here, so that's pretty cool. This line's pretty warm here, not hot. The top of the radiator is pretty hot, so that's good to see. Squeeze these lines here, this line here. This one's also very, very hot, so we know that coolant is cycling where it should be. Bottom one doesn't seem to have any leaks. Top one doesn't seem to have any leaks. Those clamps are all good and secure. So I'm probably gonna go ahead, plug this, turn it off, give it a minute to cool down, clean it up a little bit, then take it on a test run. Engine is off now, but I just wanted to note that that is about where it sits at normal idling temperature, so it's looking good. Not much to do now, but take it on a test drive. I threw on the new rad cap. I got one of the little fancy ones, a little lever right there. Spilled a little bit extra, as you can see, but as long as it doesn't leak there, which you can see I did spill a little bit there. But anyways, as long as it doesn't leak there. Now, I know this might seem crazy to believe, but this isn't how I like to spend my work nights. Typically, I like to spend my work nights in bed and resting up so that I can be good to go for the work day tomorrow. However, tomorrow is cruising week, and I have a short day at work, so I'm not really too bothered by it. Regardless, though, everything feels, sounds, and looks good. Lights are a lot brighter, so that's a good thing there. Accessories seem to be working just fine. Alternator's giving me power. Water pump's cooling the engine. And power steering feels just as good as it did before. No whines, no squeaks, no nothing like that. And then from what I can see on the engine temperature gauge, we seem to be running just in the normal range as where it was before. It never read dead in between hot and cold like it did. It always read down towards cold. I don't know if that's actually correct or not. Who knows? This temperature gauge is very old, obviously. Probably dating back to 64 like the rest of the car. But regardless, all is good. All my repairs seem to check out. The question still does remain of whether or not I'll take this to Cruisin' Week, and that will be answered honestly tomorrow. Tomorrow I'll take a look at the weather forecast once I'm off of work, see if I want to take this, take the Galaxy, and if the weather ends up being really, really bad, take the Lexus. I'd like to take this. This is my first pick if I have anything right now because it has not gone down before. So I'm going to go down with for sale signs, drive it around, or at least that's the plan. Keep you updated in the morning. Just about home now. This video has kind of just been a big hodgepodge of everything and getting ready for Cruisin' Week, endless summer cruising. I know there hasn't been really much organization or rhymed anything. I kind of just been throwing together thoughts as I had them. My initial plan was just to record the valve stems, and yeah, here we are recording everything else too. Anyways, the big hindrance of taking this down in the rain is that I don't have heat and I don't have windshield wipers. So that's really, when I keep on saying, it kind of depends on the weather, that's really what's holding me up. In the meantime, though, temperature held good, like I was saying. I'm happy with it. As long as I don't see anything else, I'll call this good for the night. and I will catch you all in the morning. Finally Friday. I think I'm gonna do it. I think I'm gonna go ahead and give her the cruise experience of a lifetime that she's been asking for. There's definitely rain predicted over the next few days in Ocean City. This car isn't ideal to drive in the rain because it doesn't have wipers and it doesn't have heat and a couple other things like I was saying. But I've put money into it. I'm gonna keep an eye on the weather. In absolute worst case scenario, if I really had to leave it down there or take another day in Ocean City, I'd get that figured out. So I want to take it down there. I want to get some eyes on it. I haven't done it. I'm not even fully confident in it making it both ways, but you know, I wasn't confident in the Galaxy making it when I took it for the first time, and all it did was blow the transmission, and I just needed a $500 tow home. So at the end of the day, what's another trial and error? We'll see though. I'd like to say that I have enough of this sorted out. I feel pretty comfortable with it. I'm going to check all the fluids again before I leave, but I'm going to pack up and we're going to take this. Still recording on my phone because my camera is charging, but let's see how well it's holding coolant. And yeah, that's about what it usually sits at, so it looks like it was filled up pretty good yesterday. I will take it. Can't forget to do this before I leave either, you know? Oh, shoot, buddy. Would you believe that it only took me 1 week to grow that? You shouldn't, because it definitely didn't. In the trunk, I have my Impact, 5 quarts of engine oil, whole bunch of lead substitute to add into gas, a little bit of ethanol stripper for the gasoline, ethanol remover, fuel treatment, whatever you want to call it, a little bit of both. Some oil stop leaks just in case things get bad somehow. Coolant, brake fluid, transmission fluid, acetone in case I need to go ahead and clean anything up. I have some Permatex gasket maker, some glass cleaner to clean things up, shop rags, microfiber cloths, jump pack, inflator, jack, socket set, spare tire, jerry can. That should be just about everything that I need, I think. I did a full exterior detail, and by that I mean I cleaned the glass and the glass only. But outside of grabbing the last of my clothes and toiletries, I think that I'm good to go for the weekend. I'm gonna switch cameras, and I'll catch you when I'm inside the car ready to go. And now here we are ready to leave. So I'm gonna go ahead, start her on up, let's hit the road. Idling a little shakily. That's just cold. So this is by a long shot going to be the longest drive I've taken it on so far. What's gonna happen? I don't know. Really crossing my fingers and hoping for the best. The weather's really not looking promising over the next few days, and I don't know how this thing's gonna do if the weather is adverse, but there's only one way to find out. I'm gonna start by going to get some gas just because I don't know how much is in here because the fuel gauge doesn't work. I don't know when I last filled it up, and I don't remember how much I put it in. Hopefully I have enough to make it to the gas station because last time I thought I did, I didn't, and I ran out of gas. But, I don't know. I need to stop talking. Let's actually get going. And we are on the road. As we get started here, the odometer is at 85,714 miles. If you've missed the previous videos on this Rambler, I'd recommend you go ahead and check them out. But this thing has 85,000 original miles on it, so it is original engine, original transmission, pretty much all original everything, which is pretty cool. I am trying to sell it. I think I mentioned that in this video too, but I'm gonna go pick up some for sale signs at some point, slap them in the windows. Yeah. Made it to Wawa. Puddle of coolant under the car, but not too worried about that. Like I said, I did top this off before I left, and it's just puking a bit out this hose right here, so no big concern there. What is concerning to me, however, is the trans dipstick, which is, you can see there's a little bit on there, but when it's running, it's completely dry. So I'm definitely gonna need to put some more in there. Now I've got a quart of transmission fluid, but I don't know how much I would need, and I wanna make sure that I have, you know, well more than enough should I need it, because I've had some bad experience with transmissions in Ocean City, and I'd like to not experience some deja vu here. So I'm going to get plenty from AutoZone right down the road. Fortunately, I'm only a mile away from the local AutoZone. I forgot to mention it, but I'm sure you figured it out right about now. The transmission does in fact leak fluid. Parked here like a complete buffoon. I guess I was a little frazzled by realizing that I was out of automatic transmission fluid because I completely forgot to get gas at the gas station. Anyways, I have some STP automatic transmission fluid, multi-purpose ATF, for use in certain GM and Ford vehicles where Dexron 3/Mercon are specified. Now the owner's manual for this puppy says to use Type A. Type A has not been manufactured in a long time, and apparently Dexron 3 is backwards compatible, so I'm gonna hope that this works. And I'm really hoping, because like I said, I'm trying to sell it and I'm trying to make it a good, successful weekend. Really gonna hope that it works fine with the transmission. So some fluid's better than no fluid, but the wrong fluid can obviously long-term do some damage. I think it's right. Should be right. I hope you can appreciate my mild confidence in everything that I do. That carries into the rest of my life as well, not just my cars. Anyways, put about a quart in there. Let's see what that does. Still low. Let's add a second quart. Dried off the dipstick and ran it through the gears, and it looks like we are back in the golden zone. So, we're gonna call that good. Now I'll go get some gas, and then we'll be back on our merry way. Alright, going to the gas station now, and hopefully not gonna forget to get gas this time. Alright, take two. I'm gonna fill up the old jerry can as well, because my fuel gauge doesn't work, and I would rather not be stuck on the side of the road and not be able to get myself out. I threw 5 gallons in the car, 5 gallons in the can, 10 total. Put in some sweet little treats for him too, so hopefully he'll run a little happier. For the sake of playing things safe and not knowing how long the gas is gonna last in this tank, I'm gonna stop for gas again on the road. Hopefully that'll be the last stop that I have to make. Otherwise, as long as all goes sailing, it'll just be me, and since I have no radio, 3 hours of me and my thoughts. Nothing in my head, but me and my thoughts. And music. I've got a Bluetooth speaker, so we're good. Dead on 3 hours until I get to Ocean City, so we're making progress slowly but surely. I don't know what the problem is, whether it's something with the tires or something with the alignment or something with the wheel balance, but it shakes. It's got a horrible driveline vibration when I start to turn right. When I turn left, it's a little bit there, but not bad. When I go straight, a little bit, if anything. When I turn right, it's bad. So I'm taking my right turn slowly. Not sure what it is. Some point or another I'll jack it up, whether that be tonight or on the way there or when I get there, I don't know. But other than that, it feels good. Engine and transmission both feel alright, which, given that the transmission was dry not too long ago, I'll take it. I don't have the slightest clue as to how fast I'm going. The speedometer literally just bounces all over the place as I go here. I'm gonna say though that it's under the speed limit because there's a long line of cars following me, or it's because at the very end of that line is a cop, so nobody wants to pass me. 2 hours now until we arrive in Ocean City. Things are going smoothly, no changes from before. Back of that Ferrari wagon up there, license plate reading midlife crisis. That's a good one. Two very different generations and styles of vehicles driving front to back right here. I don't know what exactly that is, I just see the Ferrari horse up there. And I know that I'm driving a 1964 AMC Rambler, which just got cut off by this Dodge Ram. Very typical. For whatever that temperature gauge there is worth, there's my speedometer going haywire, it's holding a good temperature. At least I think so, because that's what it normally read before. I do have to say that outside of the driveline vibration, this car does drive objectively better than the Galaxy. Don't get me wrong, I love the Galaxy, but it's low, it's inconvenient, it bumps, the steering is loose as it gets. It feels more precise and more well put together. Maybe it's just because the Galaxy's chopped and modded. I still love driving it, don't get me wrong. I just missed my turn, and my GPS time dropped by 5 minutes. So, I don't really know how that works. But that's cool. Status update, 1 hour left in this wonderfully long drive. I have to pee extremely bad, and it smells like something died outside. Made a stop here at Home Depot. Didn't want to have to make any stops if I didn't have to, but then I remembered that I want to drive the car around with some for sale signs in the windows to hopefully get it off my hands. I made a full video on that a while back as to why I'm getting rid of it, but that was honestly so long ago that it's almost slightly outdated. The real answer is the money wouldn't hurt, and I don't have the time to be fixing up 2 project cars at the same time. The Galaxy's a lot more of a project. It's got a lot more mods and a lot more done to it. And the Rambler, I'm honestly afraid to touch because it's all original. So that's really the big thing. I don't want to remove it from its original condition. I want to try to find an AMC enthusiast, a purist, who would appreciate it stock as is, bare bones, after 61 years. While I'm here, I might as well get some gas in it, so I'll pull out the jerry can, go ahead, top it off with a few gallons. I don't know where we're sitting at now, obviously, because the fuel gauge does not work, but this gas cap don't want to come off. I'll have to double hand that. 5 gallons down the hatch, let's hit the road. Odometer is now at 85,859 miles. Less than 9 miles from our dinner stop, and I'm not a betting man, but I would say that my time/ETA jumping up minute by minute by minute is caused by traffic on 120th Street. We'll see when we get there, but I would almost guarantee it. I also have to say, everybody talks about how hard it is and how much it sucks to drive a manual in traffic, and while I won't deny that, I also have to say that driving with manual brakes in traffic sucks. My left leg is fine, my right leg is getting one heck of a workout, let me tell you. My calf muscles are going to be twice as big on my right side as they are on my left. With the crossing of that sign up there on the post, I can officially say that the Rambler has made it to Ocean City, Maryland. I've had this for 4 different cruise weeks now, and honestly I've been too afraid to take it down every time, including this one, but this time I just went ahead and did it. Now on to dinner. Got some bad units up ahead here. The other cool thing that I've noticed so far is that this doesn't seem to overheat in traffic like the Galaxy does. If I'm sitting still in the Galaxy, that thing will climb from 180 to 220 in about 5 minutes. It's bad. Unfortunately though, while I'm stopped and idled, I'm seeing a lot of smoke coming out from the back, which means that I'm burning quite a bit of oil right now, which is not ideal. That's why I brought a lot to top it off, but I mean, still, I don't want that. I was supposed to get to dinner about 10 minutes ago, but 120th traffic has me backed up like I was saying. I said I'm not a betting man, but I guess I could have put money on it. Almost there. I don't know what the exact temperature is, but it never really gets above that bottom white line there, so I am starting to worry a bit. I'm hoping I didn't speak too soon on when I said it doesn't get hot like the Galaxy. It would really be nice to have an actual gauge in here so I could tell the actual temperature. We have made it to Lombardi's. Woo! Let's go find the guys.
Like everyone's immediately goes straight face
pizza,
serious.
guys. I got my pizza from Lombardi's.
Yes.
Lombardi's first night tradition.
What more can you ask for?
Well, some of our first night. Not your guys' not first.
Yep. Hey, remember this? We broke the first day of this trip.
Yes.
Tanacoma's car is junk.
Typical GM product.
So true.
Cruisin, we got Nathaniel over there in the Excursion and Colby back there in the Chevelle. I didn't finish working on this car until almost 11 last night. Didn't get to bed till around 12:30, and I had to be up for work at about 5, so it's starting to hit me. Nevertheless, we cruise.
Yeah. Uh-oh. Jesus.
What are we waiting for?
Tyler Coleman.
He's almost here.
Bink.
Bink.
Bink. Bink. Awesome.
Awesome.
Kid named
Well, you can't use that now.
Come on, anything else? I'm coming. All right, ready?
Tell us all about Cruise Week.
I've told about Cruise Week in another video.
You want to do it again?
This is... Alright, hold on. This is the fall one. Wait, what's the fall one called?
Cruise Week.
No, the spring one's Cruise Week. Endless Summer. The fall one's Endless Summer. So, like the spring one, we come to both of them. We came back because I want to get my motorcycle because I want rollers of it.
What kind of motorcycle do you have?
2001 Honda VFR 800.
Hunter.
Is it awesome?
Awesome.
Hunter.
And Tyler Coleman is coming, but his Monty will not be here because, as you saw in previous videos,
He exploded it.
he exploded it.
He eated a rod bearing.
That's not all. That's not what happened at all. It blew up the rear end. It blew up the rear end.
It might as well have.
You know what BMW stands for? Beam rod bearing failure.
Fun fact, I can't read.
Nice. What do I even pay him for? No.
Yes, like they said, we're just waiting on Tyler at this point, so it's...
Nate has a football.
Yes. I can't even see. Oh, there it is. Ah! Not my car!
I laughed and I looked up and they were gone.
These Cruisin' Week videos always just end up being a whole bunch of whatever, and they are always the most fun to make for that reason. Like, it was just a whole bunch of, should I take the Rambler? And then I ended up taking the Rambler and all the work that I did on it. And then just, now it's just us playing football on the street.
Dude, he's right there.
Go!
I can't see.
Runs over the hole. It is him.
Team.
Team.
Run at this, not that strong to be jumping on.
Alright, well, I'm here at tonight's resting point, so gonna go ahead and call this video quits here. Just wanted to give you kind of a rundown of what all I did to the Rambler, what I did to get it here, and honestly, I'm pretty impressed with how it drove down here. Aside from that shuddering while turning right, it felt pretty good, it drove pretty smooth, and it was able to maintain decent speeds on the road, so no complaints at all. I'll get more footage tomorrow of what all we see, what all we do. Gonna be a whole lot of walking around, a whole lot of exploring at Cruise Week. And the weather's supposed to get really bad on Sunday, so I don't know when I'm gonna leave yet. Whether I'm gonna leave Sunday in the morning, Sunday in the evening, Sunday in the afternoon, or even tomorrow night. So we'll see. I'll keep you in the loop. For now, thanks for watching. Be sure to stick around for more. Peace.